Ready?
Yep.
E3 2018, Los Angeles, California. I feel like we do this type of video every year, kind of like a wrap up. Things are quieting down now. Everybody's leaving. We're done for the week. We got a lot of videos out. We got a lot more in the bag. But I just wanted to talk about this year because last year, where we left off previously, we were speaking about how E3 was starting to open its doors more to the public. Previously, in the past, it was all mostly just industry. People were able to get their way in otherwise, but most of it was press, industry people, marketing people, even people who work at video game retailers. And starting last year, E3 started to open its door to more fans. And now this year, they've opened it to more fans than ever. 69,200 people have attended this year. Nice. Sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
That's a good shot.
God. They're gonna hate me for that. So last year, our big complaint was that there wasn't enough to do for fans. It was still very much designed around media, people on YouTube, people on Twitch, people who write for video game websites who can get these things behind closed doors and get access. And there were too many lines and not enough to do for the real, actual, just video game fans. This year, it seems like there's finally more to do, and I think this year, E3, the show floor itself, is finally for fans. Now, there's been a lot of talk about how, is E3 dying? Do we need to go here anymore? I mean, honestly, Tom, we come here every year, and a lot of the stuff we can do from home. We can download trailers, we can look at gameplay, we can do our research, but it's still important to kind of get your hands on these things, I think. But now, for fans, there's a lot more to do. Of course, there is the show floor itself, which has booths for all the various companies, a bunch of games. You can either watch demos of them or get your hands on the game. I will say the lines are still notoriously long. From what I've experienced waiting on lines, and I've talked to everybody else, they're crazy. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to come early and be prepared to wait if it's something you really, really want to play. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Tomb Raider had some of the craziest lines, not to mention Black Ops 4. It's nuts. But still, besides that, there's so much to do just going on around here. There's zombies walking around, promoting all the zombie games that are going on right now. There are cosplayers. You can honestly run into some of your favorite game developers or Twitch streamers or YouTubers just walking around doing their thing. There's a bunch of weird stuff. There was someone dressed up like the hostess duck. Did you see that, Tom? There was like walking around giving away free Twinkies and devil dogs. Not only that, of course, there's always just free shit handed out. And I will say this year, my big takeaway is that it was the year of Fortnite. I know some of you guys don't want to hear that. I know that's the game that's like kind of getting overkilled right now. And honestly, at E3, it was getting overkilled. It's everywhere. Not only is it on its own big main stage, drawing huge crowds, but every little random booth demonstrating a mechanical keyboard or a mouse, they're showing off Fortnite. But still, I think it's important to point out with E3, the magic is that everybody's here for different reasons. Different types of fans come to this thing. Some people are here purely for esports. Some people are casual fans. Some people are resellers who are trying to just get t-shirts and sell them on eBay. Maybe you're hardcore, maybe you're not. It's still very expensive to get in, but there is a lot more fun to be had even if you walk outside. E3 Coliseum at Staples Center right over there had a bunch of talks with like Hideo Kojima, Neil Druckmann, Naughty Dog stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can attend, not to mention across the street, there's a giant PlayStation Merch booth if you just want to spend a bunch of money on t-shirts, which I'm probably going to do. And then a block over, Microsoft had their whole offering completely separate from the show floor here. And of course, we got to bring it up every year. Devolver Digital, the publisher, just posts up in a parking lot across the street behind the Hooters, and they're just cooking up hot dogs. Also, EA Play, uptown in Hollywood. Yeah, not everybody's happy about EA right now, but still, you can go uptown, get your hands on something like Anthem or Battlefield 5, and then you can talk shit for yourself. LA itself is like a crazy, wild place that I know everybody feels differently about it. It's very hot, it's very sweaty, we're very tired, but when you're in here, you just get wrapped up in the magic that is games. Like I said, there's just people here that want to enjoy this shit, and all the shitty people stay home, which is really nice. E3 is the exception because E3 is kind of costly, but I always want to push it to you guys out there. If you can attend a video game convention once in your life, you definitely should. Whether it's E3, whether it's something, maybe you're from Brazil and there's a convention there, local towns have small Comic-Cons, something. I know it's expensive, I know it's a big ask, but if you're ever feeling kind of dried up from video games or pissed off at the internet or all the people that hate some aspects of games, and you just want to focus on and feel the joy itself, come to something like this and just walk around. Maybe you'll make a friend, maybe you won't. I don't talk to anyone, I'm really nervous. But still, I think that alone is worth it because you get to see the games that you want to see, maybe even years before they come out. If you were lucky enough this year to get your hands on a demo showcase of Cyberpunk 2077, you're in for something. It's awesome. Not to mention the Fortnite Pro-Am, which was absolutely huge. There was this whole Fortnite party, and then there was also the championship with Ninja. They took up an entire stadium. Video games are taking up stadiums. Do you understand how crazy it's gotten? Even just at E3 alone, we started coming here 4 or 5 years ago, and it was much more subdued, much more focused around press and marketing and just kind of like stuffy. And now it's starting to lighten up here. And I think that's why we're gonna keep coming. Even if a lot of things leak beforehand and we know about everything that's going to be announced and there's not as many surprises as there used to be, it's still fun to be here. And I think that's really important. But in conclusion, I know these videos are kind of more like fluff pieces, just talking about the joy of E3, but we always like to just try and share the experience of what it's like being here for you guys who may never get a chance. So that's really it for this year. What we also really want to say is thank you guys who have watched our E3 videos. We've put out a lot this year, and we're proud of all of it. We've had a good time. We got a couple more things we're working on. And ultimately, too, if any of you were here and you said hi to me or Tom or Andrew or Freddie as we're working and making stuff, we really appreciate that. To meet people in real life that watch our shit is so cool. So we can't thank you guys enough. That's honestly what we wanted to get across with this whole video. And I guess that's it. You want to go eat some burgers?
Sure,
I'm shot, man. Let's do it.
Let's go sit down and eat.
Bye, guys.